Ask Reddit. What's your funniest go-to story that is most often requested by your friends? When I was younger, my grandparents lived in Mexico and we went to visit them every year. Post 9/11, this was never a fun experience, but one year made it very interesting. About a month before the trip, I was into magic like any preteen is, thinking it would get him the bitches and all that. So I went to a magic shop and found an amazing invention, a light bulb that lit up when you held a penny or some form of metal to it. It was awesome. The only fault I could find with it was, when you shook it a little, it sounded like a piece was loose. So I had the great idea of bringing the light bulb with me when I went to visit my grandparents, just to show them the young magician I was becoming. So I stuffed it into bunches and bunches of clothes and somehow made it through security. No one really searched our bag. Guess 6 Caucasians didn't really register as a blip on the radar. Nothing important happened during the trip. The fun part begins when we were heading home. In a rush, I didn't really pack the light bulb deep down in my bag, so it was super easy to see on the X-ray machines they put your stuff through. So we're running late, and when we finally get to the security line, they put our bags through, barely looking twice at them until they reach my bag. The guy watching the screen tells us to step out of line and wait for someone to hand search our stuff. We're at this point confused. We were more concerned about bringing fruit and vegetables onto the plane. The authorities were really hammering that down. They dive straight into my bag and pull out a light bulb. My toy light bulb. Security flips the fuck out understandably and begins questioning my father right there. I try to help him out by yelling out, "Wait, no, it's not a bomb. It's a magical light bulb. It lights up when you put metal near the base." Fear was etched upon the faces of everyone there. Fear on the security officers, for they thought this kid brought a bomb onto the plane. Fear on my families, for they thought this little shit was about to get them a free prostate exam, and on mine, 'cause I thought they were about to break my light bulb. Luckily, one of the security guards recognized my utter stupidity and looked at it really closely and decided to test it out. It lit up. So after another half hour of questioning and threats, "If you ever pull this shit again, we could have you detained permanently," we managed to make our flight just barely. TLDR. It's a magical light bulb is not something one should yell out at an airport post 9/11.